No.
Where did you say you were going? You're leaving? Is that it? You're done.
Yes.
Camera comes out and Emmett leaves.
Yes.
Aw, come on. What's the fun in that? Well, there it is. This is it in its, I think, final form before we take it all apart and put the pod on and then put it all back together. So there's that bracket I was talking about before. That's just going to keep the jiggle jaggles from happening. Solids everything up. I have my, don't look. I have my bracing under here. You can see one of them is painted and one of them is not. That will affect my OCD significantly for forever. However, in the interest of time and getting this plane out of the shop and back in the air, I'm willing to not have one tube painted.
He's lying. He'll paint it. You wait and see.
I'll probably paint it when no one's looking. So there's the thing. Emmett, you wanna just kind of hold that while I hop in and show them how it do. So if I had a seat here, I'd be sitting in the seat. I just go ahead and sit up here. Oh, too far. So yeah, that just goes back and forth. And if I hold the pedals straight, if Dave comes along and hits the wheel and tries to turn the wheel because I hit a big pothole, see? The springs take up that slack there and it allows for some dampening in the wheel there, so it will not overstress the rudder. Also, if I land with the wheel slightly sideways because of a crosswind, the wheel will just kick straight, pointing with all kinds of fun appendages there. The wheel will just kick straight through the spring tension. So it's not factory. Like I said in the last video, the factory pulleys come to the back and go forward, but they go down through the pod. And we wanted to see if we could come up with a way where the steering all happens up inside of the pod so that we don't have extra holes in the pod. So that's where it sits as it is. We're now going to, what's the next thing we're going to do?
Remove the wheel and put the pod on.
Remove the wheel and put the pod on. So
Suppose he can get her going like Freddie Flintstone right now and get her up in the air.
let's go, guys. We got this. Put the brakes on. All right. Next stop, pod. Much easier to get out without the pod on. We should just leave the pod off.
There's a lot of them that fly that way, you see. They're just...
Thanks, Emmett. You're a good videoer.
The RX-28 only has a half a pod anyway.
That's right. Who needs stinking pods? Who needs seats? I could just...
Some of them, and I was like, that's just a little clear thing right in the very front of them.
Yep. Just enough to break the wind.
As long as birds didn't hit you, who we can't, right?
Indeed. All right, pod. Uh-oh. Camera's on again. Would you look at that? There's a pod back on the Beaver. Just look at it.
Just look at it.
So the pod's back on, the antenna's back on, there's the yaw string, that's basically all we need, let's go flying. So with the instrument panel out of the way, you can see we have all kinds of room to get in here now and mess around with putting in the nose fork and hooking up the cables and stuff all there. So that's what we're doing right now. We just packed the bearings, get out of my light here, full of this grease stuff. And we're gonna stick that right up into there, and then we're gonna make a big old something and bolt it or something onto here. We're not doing that tonight. Dave just had a heart attack. He thought we were doing that again tonight. No, we're not. That'll be filled up though. We'll just have one little hole right here for the fork to go through. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. All right, I'll be back in a second once the fork's in. Right, Dave?
Right, Dave.
Ha ha! Look, I got the pod on, and I'm sitting in the front, and it's sitting on its nose. And I don't have an instrument panel yet, but I can make airplane noises. It's been a long time since I've been able to do this. I do need a windshield. There's no windshield. I think I'm buying a new one because the other one actually has paint on it, because whoever painted this the last time, not this time, painted it with the windshield in place. There's little pink freckles all over it, so it's a little expensive, but whatever. I'll live with it. So the steering's all in. The pod is on, drilled, bolted. We're so close. There's a bunch of nuts and bolts have to be tightened up. Dave's got some in his hand. Those are the seat bolts and seat nuts. So technically I'm in an ejection seat right now, right? Technically, if we had little rockets under there, it'd be gone. So thank you, Dave, for being my cameraman. That was awesome. And check out the pedals. Look at that. See, now look, you can see the wheel down there doing its thing. You won't be able to. You know what I should do, Dave? Clear. Lexan down there. Why didn't I think of that before? I'm putting Lexan down there. In fact, what I should do is cut the whole bottom out and put Lexan in the bottom.
Like the big tower in Toronto?
Be like, yeah, there's a named after the BC Rail Company or something, right?
Oh, like, I don't know, CN?
CN, yeah. So steering in place, it works, everything's above board, the fork. Did you get a shot down underneath of the wheel going back and forth? Show how much, you can tilt that screen up so you can see better if you want. Yeah, just like that. See that? Isn't that beautiful? In case you can't tell, I'm just a little bit excited about the progress we made tonight. All thanks to Dave and Emmett. If you are wondering why I'm conspicuously leaving out Scott, it's because he went home to have supper. You imagine? He didn't want to put in another 14-hour workday playing with my airplane and me and Dave and Emmett. Just kidding. This is his place. If it weren't for him, we'd be all freezing cold with frostbite in our fingers, so Scott's the man. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna go flying. And I need a little bit more right rudder. Too much. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, that's a wrap for this video, I guess. And next video will be more progress. So that's all for now. All right, Dave?
Right, Dave.
Kidneys, Matt.
Use your kidneys.
There's your quote for the night from Emmett.